YouTube, it's Eri TCG here and welcome back to our TCG battle video on my channel. On this channel you get daily Pokemon TCG content, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Today we're going to be checking out the first place winning list of the Stockholm Regionals with 675 players making it over there, and AzulGG's winning with Snorlax Block. So we're going to be checking out the first place winning list so you guys know what to expect when you see a Snorlax Block in the upcoming future. If you guys are enjoying the content I'm pushing out every single day, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Only requires one tiny second of your time, but does help out the channel tremendously. So if you've been living under a rock and don't know what Snorlax Block is, well, Snorlax Block is a deck that typically does not attack, and it actually wants to trap the opponent because of the block ability that it has. You're going to be trapping Pokemon like Jirachi, Lumineon, Manaphy, Radiant Greninja, all Pokemon that in specific decks cannot attack. And if they're not able to attack, you can easily deck them out with resources like, for instance, Misfortune Sisters, and also stuff like Eri to discard items from the hand, Super Rod, Palpad, Switch cards, you name it. So very, very powerful indeed. This is a list actually not focusing on Temple of Sinnoh whatsoever, so I think the Lugia matchups can be a little bit rough for sure, and that's definitely one of the weaker matchups, but other than that, you're gonna have a good time against like Charizard, chien-pao, etc., which is great. And the deck also revolves around a Chi-Yu, which is actually a card that proactively can mill cards because of the Jealousy Stinge. Discard the top two cards of the opponent's deck, and Chi-Yu EX with a Hero Escape with a lot of pennies in your deck will be able to loop yourself to victory with a lot of ways. You're going to be able to discard the opponent's entire deck. What else is in this deck? This is going to be 2 copies of Rotom for your draw, because you typically do not attack, so ending your turn by drawing 3 cards is very good to establish a hand. Definitely if you're playing 3 copies of the Palpad and a high amount of the supporters, like 3 copies of Erika, and 3 copies of the Palpad, 3 copies of the Eri, so, and even 4 copies of Penny. So all the counts of the cards you want in a deck like this have been upped. And the cool thing also with Palpad is that high amount, 3 of them, you can also get back your boss's orders. What else do we see here? 2 copies of Defiance Vest. Defiance Vest actually makes sure that you take 40 less damage from attacks, which actually can help turn Mimikyu into quite the walling situation where you can Mimikyu loop with the help of something like, for instance, the Penny. Penny with double Mimikyu is actually super annoying to deal with for specific matchups out there. What else do we see in a deck like this is there's a Super Rod to help out to get some Pokemon back, a Hisuian Heavy Ball, and something you don't see very often is Earthen Vessel to get 2 basic energies instantly, but it does make sense with a high amount of Arven, and the fire energies will be useful to, of course, start milling proactively with the Chi-Yu EX. On top of that, there is also the capabilities to get energies to instantly go with Mantine. If the opponent has a Pokemon in their discard pile, you can grab them from the discard pile and slap them down on the bench, so you can trap them with Counter Catcher and leave them trapped with the Snorlax Block ability, which is going to be fantastic. On top of that, the Sandshrew here is something you don't see very often in Snorlax Block, but it has become more and more popular. Trainer cards in your opponent's discard pile cannot be put back into their hand cannot be put in their deck by an effect of an opponent's item or supporter card. So if there are items in their discard pile, they cannot be put in the deck, meaning you can stop stuff like Silene, Palpad, and that's going to be very useful for sure to make sure you can mill the opponent and win the game. So we're going to be testing out this first place winning Snorlax Block deck that AzulGG used to get first place, and that top 8 looked really stacked. Very powerful and skillful players in that top 8 over in Sweden. And hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. And we are slowly but steadily moving our way to 60,000 subscribers, so I couldn't be any happier. So you guys really make the channel. So if you guys want to stay up to date, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You're gonna get, of course, daily uploads, and we're talking about the Pokemon TCG every single day here, so you're gonna be learning a thing or two and seeing all the best deck lists in action. And as always, a new set comes out around the block, to be honest, Twilight Masquerade, and that's gonna be a whole lot of fun for sure. So we start our game plan with a Snorlax and a bunch of supporters. I couldn't be any happier, and it looks like we are gonna be up against it looks to be Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt, I don't know how many switch outs they're playing, but we're gonna have to trap Pokemon that cannot attack. Let's see if that works out, maybe like Squawkabilly or something. Double Palpad here. We do see Raging Bolt instantly, so actually we can go first. So they they actually might be able to donk us, which actually is a very scary feat here if they have access to Sada. They're actually slapping 140, so we need the attach of the turn here as well. I don't want to slap down Chi-Yu, But I guess I have no choice, otherwise I might potentially get donked. And that's something you don't want to be seeing here. That does mean that stuff like Balsasaurus can also get them out of the active position. Let's see if they have a great hand to work out with. We do have Arven and then pennies to go around with that. The Arven can get some Nazball situation going. Maybe they go for Squawkabilly and then go for aggressive ways that the Raging Bolt can knock out Snorlax. They then lose all their energies though, so I'm very interested to see how this develops. We could have also just waited and just hoped the opponent didn't get like the Sada, but then they would I think they have it, right? Okay, what can we do? We don't even have an energy, but I had to slap this down just in case I could get donked. That means also Prime Catcher can get them out of the hand's way, but that's fine. We'll see how it goes. We do have an Erika's Invitation, which can mean that we can trap an opponent's Pokemon. There is Radiant Greninja already. That's a Pokemon that cannot attack in this situation, but they're going to be going a little bit more aggressively, I suppose. So they're discarding a Lightning Energy. This actually is good news. That means we can trap it. We can go for the Counter Catcher later, meaning they will need to find their Switch Outs. Maybe they're actually playing 4 copies of the Switch Out. I don't know. But if they go after this one with something like a Prime Catcher, we can Iono them to a low hand size. So we have to play it safely here. We can also still penny this one up, but we will need to use Arven to establish a board. So we can go Nazball, Rotom, Rotom for Sealstone, Nazball, Snorlax. So we establish that. There's also a world where we just slap down, oh, even Squawkabilly. We can also slap down something like Mimikyu. There could be a world where the opponent only has EX Pokemon at their disposal. That could be the case. Oh yeah, recovery cards going down the discard pile. Super Rod and Palpat. And there is a Flutter Mane. Okay, the Flutter Mane is able to... okay, Mew EX right there. But the Flutter Mane does need 3 energies. 3 manual energies. There's a Pokemon Catcher failing. Restart. So the Flutter Mane does need 3 manual energy, so that does give us some more time. There's 1 energy in that discard pile. But Sada for 1, and then Attachment of Turn will not get them there. They would need 3 energies, actually 2 energies in the discard pile at least to Sada onto 2 targets. But then they also need another Raging Bolt. So there are definitely some ways that 2 Sadas down the drain. Hilarious. They didn't even use it. Okay, perfect. And also Palpat is gone, by the way. So that does indicate they have like not a lot of stuff left. Means we have some time, right? We have some time. We cannot use Counter Catcher quite yet, but we can of course use Arven to establish our board. There's a Pokegear failing. I think they're not gonna have the Sada here. They already burned 2. Okay, no Sada, not even discarding their hand, so they don't want to discard any more resources. We have another Snorlax here. And yeah, I guess we have no shot but to go for Arven. And then going for, let's see what we have here. We're gonna have to trap the opponent, right? We also need to have a hand. Is there anything in the discard pile with Mantine we can grab? Not really, not quite yet. It looks to be all the Snorlax fellas are in there. So I think I'll just get Nazball and 4 Sealstone. And we go Nazball. We could just get an army of Snorlax, but I definitely want to be drawing cards. I think next turn, I'm going to wait with the 4 Sealstone for now. And I will just draw some cards. Like next turn, if we potentially could go down, we could penny up the Chi-Yu. And then use 4 Sealstone for Balsa's orders. We even have the Nazball, so that's pretty great. There are 2 prizers on our field though, and I'm gonna wait until they burned all their energies down, and then we can safely go for something like a Mimikyu to stall off, which is great. Concealed cards as well, so the more energies they burn, the better it is. They did burn Super Rod already, that's 3 down. I don't think they have a lot of like disruption in their deck, so we have all the time in the world, and I probably will just try and trap, I would say, Greninja. There's even a Pokestop. They're gonna burn through the deck quite quickly. Iono, okay, they did have some disruption. They do have Pokemon Catcher as well, which is kind of annoying, but I don't think they need to get out of the active position here. Maybe they want to go after Rotom here. Then I'll probably gonna be panicking up the Chi-Yu and going for Arven Counter Catcher. That's gonna be the play. They're playing Pokemon catchers, which is kind of annoying. So they have one catcher in the discard pile, one catcher in hand. So that makes me think they're playing like one prime catcher and like 3 Pokemon catcher as they're gusting and no Boss's Orders. They could be playing Boss's Orders, but I currently do not know. Okay, Nazball Whiff. And there is an Iono. Okay, they play 2 copies of Iono. Oh, dang. Still have 4 Seal Stones, so that's fine, I suppose. Erika. Yo. They still don't have enough energies to attack. That's kind of funky. Okay. Since we clearly don't have... I'm not gonna... We could use Erika, right? Let's try. We could Erika or Eri. Erika! The YOLO Erika is gonna get me there. No! Okay, they have Prime Catcher and Energy Switch, but no way to discard that. So I will use Eri next turn. Okay, Defiance Vest could work. I think maybe some Pokegears here would be nice. Yeah, a Pokegear here. That's gonna be for next turn, as we will draw some more cards. Currently 140. The Bravery Charm does not matter here, so I'm gonna Insta-Charge. We do have Bravery Charm. I did throw away Mimikyu, unfortunately, but with the Eri, I can now discard Prime Catcher. They could go after a 2-prizer here. They could. There's a Boss's Orders. They use the Boss's Orders already. An attachment going onto the Flutter Mane, so they are aware that Mimikyu could be... Now that I think about it, they need to discard like 3 energies, so that's still fine. They're gonna have more cards in hand. Trainer cards cannot be put back, that's fine. Okay, we do have Counter Catcher, which is great. I'm gonna go with the Eri first. Eri, and we're gonna discard Prime Catcher. E-switches. I think E-switches is... Now that I think about it, the E-switches will not do anything. Let's just discard these cards. We're gonna use Eri next turn again. And I'm actually gonna Counter Catcher the Radiant Greninja there. And yeah, that's it. Bravery Charm probably not gonna be making any difference. Sada attachment catchers to 10, so maybe we can make this guy a little bit more safe with this. This seems fine, don't need anything else. We can penny up the Chi-Yu later, but now they are in a situation, if we take a look at it, they have played 2 Sadas and the Palpat. Pokemon Catcher is gone, Prime Catcher is gone. There's still yeah, a Pokemon Catcher on the bottom of their deck. Raging Bolt number 2 appears. Pokegear gets the Sada. Okay, they will be able to do some stuff. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the E-switches, but then again, they need a physical copy of Switch to get out of this situation. And the more cards they have, the more we're gonna be using Eri, so that does seem fine. We can also proactively mill with Chi-Yu if we want to. Another Raging Bolt appears, and nothing happens. Perfect. Okay, time for some more Eris. Look. Double E-switches. I'm actually gonna get... They have the Sada already, so that doesn't make any difference. So let's get rid of the E-switches. They have 1 Sada. What are they gonna do with it? Sada, and they will need to have the switch out for that. So for now, let's just end the turn once again. Greninja is still trapped. We have all the time in the world. They could still go after Chi-Yu with a Pokemon Catcher, take 2 prize cards there, but then they lose another energy. I don't even know. Yeah, there's the Sada. They will be able to draw cards. They do have... Yeah, the E-switches will not make any difference. They could swing with Flutter Mane if they have it. Only slaps 90. And Silene, put back some counter catchers. Or Pokegear. Find more counter catchers that way with an Arven. Do we even have more Arvens available? We played 2. Ultra Ball. Actually, they only have a little bit of cards left in deck. That's like 3 cards left in their deck. Is that enough? If they use Sada once again, they deck out. So there's that. Pokegear, nothing. Okay, they have 3 cards left in deck. I don't even know if they're playing switch outs or switch cards. Probably not, because they're playing a high amount of energy switch. Yo, they're going for it. They're drawing even more cards. 1 card remaining in their deck. How can they win? How can they win? Pokemon Catcher, there it is, there it is. We can use Chi-Yu proactively. We have a Switch card already, so the only thing we need is, I would say, Arven to mill them with the Chi-Yu. One card left in their deck. They're probably still stuck with the Greninja, so yo, they have the Switch card, okay. I don't know which Pokemon to promote. Probably going to be the Snorlax just in case. They still need to take 4 prize. Actually, at this point, even if they knock our entire field out, they will deck out before that happens. They take 1 prize card right now. And what would we need? Probably... Yeah, this Mantine is not going to be doing anything. I think I was going to try and go for Arven. There's a Misfortune System. Imagine if there's 1 item card left in their deck. It could be a thing. It's actually not what I want. They could still knock something out, but then they might deck. I don't even know. We're still in trouble. We are still in trouble. Pokegear again. Arven. There's an Iono. I don't want to use Iono, to be honest. I'll still grab it just in case. What else was in there? Palpats. Okay. I don't even know if they have an additional Palpat. All of these fellas. How many Pokemon catchers? Yeah, that's kind of interesting. We could use Stop to try and find another Pokegear. Let's try and go for it, I suppose. Come on, Pokegear. Yeah, there's a Pokegear and a Palpat. That's perfect. So we Palpat in, of course, Arven and Arven. And then we go for a Pokegear, try to find Arven. Which is the case. We have the Arven here, and now Arven can fetch, I would say, what is in here? Rotom is still in here, Nazball for a Seal Stone, and then we get the Fire Energy, and we mill them proactively with the Chi-Yu. So Nazball for a Seal Stone. We have not used our VSTAR just yet, so the 4 Seal Stone working perfectly here. Star Alchemy allows us to get that Fire Energy. Could have also gotten the Vessel. Did I get the Vessel? No. Well, we can get the Vessel if need be, but Fire Energy is all we need. It's going to be the attach of the turn. Switch card into Chi-Yu. And now the Chi-Yu will proactively mill the Raging Bolt player. So, very cool to see. So, I thought Raging Bolt was a little bit scary just because it's that turbo. But their board consists of like Squawkabilly, Greninja, EX, actually Radiant Greninja, so lots of bench sitters that could potentially get trapped. I also didn't see a lot of switch outs in the Raging Bolt deck. I saw like 1 switch card, maybe there was 1 prize, maybe they're playing 2. The E-switches are a nice way to get out of the active position, I would say. E-switch, attach, retreat, but in that situation, they were not able to keep up with the pure disruptiveness of the Eri, so yeah, Snorlax Block taking the victory here. Also, you should notice that AzulGG was able to win against like the entire meta game. Chien-pao is super easy, and you do have the counter for Silene with Sandshrew. There is also Charizard, which is inherently a very strong matchup for Snorlax Block. So you don't need to do that much with the deck. And also, if you have the option, go second with the list. Don't go first, go second. It's way better. Okay. Fun fact is, I also used Snorlax Block during one of regionals this season. I also got some points with it. I think I got 40 points with it. I've used the Snorlax Block. I think it was over in... Or was it regionals in Germany? I would say Stuttgart or something. Yeah, I think it was Stuttgart. Okay, looks like we're up against Lugia, and that's actually an auto loss. There's nothing we can do against Lugia. We are actually not playing Temple. We're not playing Giacomo. The only way you win is like if they brick. But this is a matchup you don't want to be seeing. If you see Lugia, I don't even know how to play against it. I would say like, there's a Jet Energy already. Lugia is not going to be able to do much. Maybe they brick. But we don't want to like... This is not great. So Arven, is there a game plan? Am I seeing something that is not there? We can proactively try milling with the Chi-Yu, but... Nazball and the tool card probably going to be... Yeah, the Hero Escape actually is not bad. Hero Escape with Chi-Yu and try to mill like that. Maybe we can mill maybe we can mill. Yeah, they might have Balsasaurus or something. I don't know. Nazball, we're gonna get this guy first. We're gonna wait with the Forest Steelstone. I'm just gonna be drawing a couple of cards here with the Insta Charge. How do we win here? Yeah, the Lugia could... Yeah, they cannot boss and discard their stuff instantly unless they have Ultra Ball and 2 Archeops in hand. Could be the case. There's a Lugia VSTAR. Lugia VSTAR is not able to... Like, I would say Heroescape on a Chiyu and proactively milling could be an answer. So if you like... Also, they have already used 1 Jet Energy, right? With them already using 1 Jet Energy, they have 3 more Jet Energies to switch around with. They have Lumineon in hand currently. And a Master Ball as well. So they could go Lumineon Research, but if the Lumineon comes to town, we can actually trap the... Yeah, we can trap the Lumineon with Counter Catcher. Okay, that's perfect. So if we go down, we don't even have Switch out. We do have an Energy Attach Retreat Snorlax. That could be an option. They could still boss up the Rotom, I suppose, but... There's a Research. Okay, no Jet Energy gone. Maybe all the Jet Energies are prized. Jet Energy is our worst enemy. Luckily, they were already able to do some stuff. Mimikyu will also help out here. Mimikyu is not going to go down. Which is great. They're going to have to boss and then retreat and then maybe find Collapsed. That's kind of annoying. And nothing will go down, so we cannot use Counter Catcher currently. That's the funky part about all of this. Forest Sealstone could get ourselves... it depends. To be honest, if Pokegear finds Boss's Orders, we can still trap Lumineon already. Already a Jet Energy. That's ridiculously bad. Although they can knock out Mimikyu, that does indicate that the second switch is gone. Because the only switches in Lugia are Jet Energies. We're not playing Temple of Sinnoh, so we cannot stop anything from happening. Collapsed already? No, no collapse. They're just setting up a second Lugia. Why? Why is that the case? Yeah. Yeah, they are awake as well. That's kind of crazy. So, with that being said, we're gonna have to try and find some Snorlax. Pokegear. With Arven, we find Snorlax. That's great. So, what do? We go Arven, find... How many Snorlax are actually in there? Let's be honest. Let's check out. 3 of them. Meaning we can use Hisuian Heavy Belt to find one. Check out our prize cards as well. And find Bravery Charm? Heroescape. Heroescape is not bad. Definitely with all the board situations that they currently have. So, Hisuian Heavy Ball. Getting the Snorlax up and ready to go. 2 pennies, but we do have more of those. Here comes Snorlax. We will Counter Catcher Lumineon. We will attach. We will retreat. There we go. With the Defiance Vests, our Rotom is safe from attacks from the Lugia. And with Heroescape, we can start using... yeah, maybe Heroescape is a little bit like too proactively, but we do have Pokegear and Palpad. If we do find something like a penny, that would be great. For now, they are still trapped, and we have more counter catchers where those came from. So, just want to make sure the opponent doesn't draw too many prize cards. Another Snorlax here is not bad either. And this Snorlax will not go down in one shot, which is nice. They need Jet Energy and maybe like a boss, I suppose. The boss could work to get Rotom out there, but Rotom is not going to get a one-shot, which is great. Because of the Defiance Vest, we actually have proactively 230 HP, meaning that the Lugia VSTAR is not going to one-shot the Rotom, which is great. And now, a good thing, even like there's 2 pennies prize, but we can, maybe the Forest Sealstone situation there is like a little bit bad. Maybe I should have waited with the Defiance Vest, but otherwise I would have been one-shotted, and I don't want to be losing anything here. They're going to go for the Serena here, and they're not going to be able to one-shot, which is great. Yeah, the Balsasaurs are all like way out, unfortunately. They are all way out, and they could still have Collapse Stadium. Okay, Serena also getting rid of so many energies. 3. Oh, they're still trapped? They're actually using it to discard. That's kind of funky. Could slap down another Snorlax. Silene could get back counter catchers. Counter catchers are great though. Let's go with Silene. It is one heads, and I will actually take back. We could get back Mimikyu at one point, but I think the counter catcher is not bad here. Put the counter catcher back, and let's draw some more cards. Let's go. Okay, we have 2 counter catchers, an army of Snorlax, and we have Pokegears. So there's not a lot of things they could do. I would love to see a Penny here. They're gonna use Serena again. Now they're gonna Gust. Okay. A detachment there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we really need. Yeah, there's not gonna be able. Oh, they had the collapsed stadium. That's so silly. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 12 energies already, so we could still burn them out of energies, I suppose. The collapsed stadium here is bad. We could still Mantine it if we have Artazon. Mantine it back on board. Yeah, but at this point, are they gonna discard the collapsed stadium? They are. Okay, that's funky. Yeah, we're in a situation where counter catcher needs to work again. They probably still have more Pokemon in their hand somewhere, but we're not gonna be taking prize cards. So for now, I think hopefully we'll find Penny. 29 cards left. No Penny. There's a Misfortune Sisters though. Eri is not making any difference. Misfortune Sisters. What else do we have? Yeah, this is nothing I need. Pokegear. Arven. No Penny, unfortunately. No Penny, unfortunately. Yeah, this is bad. We are gonna have to counter catcher something like an Archeops. We are a little bit afraid of gusting, so I will slap down Snorlax. At this point, I could slap them all down, right? Palpad is an option. We could use a boss's orders in this situation, or Misfortune Sister is not going to be doing anything in this situation, right? Not a lot of cards left. Team Yell's Cheer. Could get back some stuff. I think I'll just attach here. I will retreat. I will save my Hero Escape Snorlax. For now, I still do not have what I need. That's not great. I'm gonna have to go for an Arven here and try to find like Bravery Charm for sure. More Gust. More Gusts, less problems. Bravery Charm here. This actually can go down if they actually retreat. It does have a DTE. Forcing them to actually slap 200, that's still enough, unfortunately. Yeah, this is fine. Super Odd could get back the energies at one point, but for now, it's just gonna have to be Instant Charge. How many Balsasaurs do they have? Can they get, or actually, are they gonna attack with their Archeops? 2 Serena, so they still have 3 Balsasaurus. That's silly. They could give a swing with the Primal Turbo Archeops, and if that happens, they're probably going to be running out of energies. So there is a win condition against this deck. If the opponent doesn't know what they're doing, then there is a win condition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. That's 15 energies. That's kind of a lot. Okay, let's go for it. Yeah, we don't have anything that could work here. Just gonna boss up. They still have 2 jet energies, by the way. So we're gonna have to use this and draw a lot of cards. Let's go. We still have 2 counter catchers. That's great. We can Palpad in the boss back. Eri could allow us to see what the opponent has. They have 4 cards. They still have 3 Balsasaurs, but there could be a couple of them priced, right? 50 energies in total. They might have a Weird Ear in their deck as well. I don't even know. Yeah, they just concede. Let's go. So even Lugia was not able to face off against. Like, you don't need Temple of Sinnoh. The opponent did a lot of things wrong. But yeah, we'll take those. I was a little afraid of 2 jet energies. I was afraid of Weird Ear potentially. Yeah, Collapse, getting rid of that Lumineon was kind of funky. It was kind of funky, but we would still have access to stuff like the formidable Mantine to put back the Lumineon. And there were also ways where we could, against Lugia, you could also like proactively use Eri, and then when they don't have the Ultra Balls, they could brick, so you have a lot of time to set yourself up, which is great. But yeah, Lugia is your worst matchup, I would say. There is a heads. Let's see if the opponent wants to go first or second. Like, a lot of decks want to be going first. Chien-pao, Lugia, you name it. So, but this time around, the opponent goes second. So I will go first. Dang. Going first. It's still alright, I suppose. But we didn't even have our Arven, so I guess it's alright. Pokegear could help later. Iron Hands. Turbo Iron Hands. No Pokemon there. 2 Nuzball. That's kind of silly. Okay, can they dunk us? That is the question. Bravery Charm does not work currently. But they do start with Iron Hands, so if they can go Arm Press, we lose. It's probably going to be Future Box, right? No, Buddy Puffin. Buddy Puffin. Is it chien-pao that wants to go second? Yeah, we could proactively slap an Eri down here. But I'll wait, they're gonna... No, it's Lost Box. Okay, that does make sense. Can they get, like... Lost Box? Is that a great matchup? Seems a little bit rough as well. We do have Hero Escape and a lot of pennies, so... At least we have that. There's already a switch being played. That's great. We can trap Comface. They currently have 1 card in that Law Zone. I don't even know if they have Chorus. Another Buddy Puffin hits the Law Zone. 1 being played, 1 into the Law Zone. Rescue board does not help here. Another switch card though. 2 switches already played. That's crazy. Hopefully no Chorus, and hopefully we will find Arven. There is 1 Arven prize, so there are issues to be seen here. Okay, they find Chorus from the second Chorus's experiment. This is scary. We're gonna have to Pokegear find Arven, otherwise we lose. Or use Eri to discard all their switch outs. There are options, I suppose. I don't even know if they have another switch out. Like, the Law Zone contains a lot of energies. They play fighting type energies as well. Funky, man. Yeah. Pokegear. Oh, they have Nuzball. Will Cramorant start spitting and trying to threaten us to donk us? There's a Raikou, okay, for a Steel Stone onto that, right? Instantly, if they have that. Otherwise, they would not use Nuzball. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. In this scenario, we could slap down Mimikyu. Right? Sableye. Mimikyu with a Mist Energy would like win us the game currently, but we don't have Mist Energy in our list. We do have a second Snorlax though. Okay, let's see. Pokegear do find the Arven. Okay, currently the Raikou is slapping 140, so I don't think we need to bench anything else. We do have the Arven for later. I think I'll just use Eri here. What? Nothing. Okay, fine. I didn't want to slap down Rotom here because I have pennies. They have 4 Steel Stone and a bunch of energies, right? Nah, they even topped that Chorus. Dang. Well, with that being said, the Raikou will most likely attack us. A Cramorant sees the Law Zone. We can now Arven get that Rotom in action now with Defiance Vest. We can no longer get knocked out. Currently they're slapping 140, so that's actually pretty good. Should have maybe saved my Eri for later, like situations like this. Sure, but imagine if there was a switch out there. Or a Mirage Gate or a Super Rod, that would have been great. 25 cards left in their deck. I think Hero Escape looping with Penny is also not too bad. Earthen Vessel. Not right now. Arven. And what do we need? Heroescape. Nesball. Yeah. Nuzball. It's time for some Rotom. This guy's not going to be able to get knocked out unless... No, it's not going to be able to get knocked out. It's fine. Not using Earthen Vessel either. I'm just going to go for Insta-Charge. And go with that. More Snorlax in the house. That's good. So we put Snorlax up front. They're trapped again. We don't have Counter Catcher, but we can still Iono into it, I suppose. Put the Defiance Vest on the Snorlax. The Heroescape also not bad, but they have Lost Vacuum, which I am a little bit afraid of. Don't want to put my Heroescape into play without like it being safe. I would rather go for like Proactive Mill with Chiyu. They're at 7 cards in the law, so they had the 4 Seal Stone as well. 24 cards left in their deck. A Chiyu proactively, is that great? You could still give a slap with that. Then we trap. Go for an Iono, draw more cards with Rotom, and go from there. We have Proactive Milling with Chiyu. Because this guy is not slapping the most ridiculous amounts of damage. Are they gonna burn a Switch out just to sprinkle? They cannot get out of there. They might have Prime Catcher. They will take definitely 1 prize card this turn. Yeah, just a Lightning Rondo, 160. A little bit more of a difficult matchup, I would say. Okay, with that being said. Counter Catcher, alright. So we... This can Mirage Gate, right? But do they have enough Lightning Energies in play? I don't know. We will Counter Catcher this guy. Yeah. Put a Defiance Vest on ourselves. We could Silene Eri back. One heads. Do we need another Counter Catcher? Eri's probably way better in this matchup. But we have more of those. Do we still have another? I think Counter Catcher is probably going to be better here. I put Counter Catcher on top because we're going to trap the opponent time and time again. Eri is also great, but... How? How do we get all the Counter Catchers here? We do have Penny, so we can start Penny looping with Counter Catcher. I wonder if they're going to Mirage get onto our Iron Hands here. They are in a situation where this guy needs either 2 Lightning Energies to start swinging ridiculous amounts of damage, or just 4 energies and then they're milling themselves quite proactively. Their board position is kind of funky though. Rotom also not being able to get knocked out. Okay, they have Prime Catcher. Okay. They're gonna Prime Catcher this one. This one can get knocked out though. I wanted to save my Heroescape because I'm afraid of like other stuff. Currently like 2 Snorlax already in the discard pile. That's kind of annoying. Okay, it is what it is. Attachment there. Are you gonna go for some more fleet-footed? That's an additional switch, right? Maybe I should have gone like... That is fine. That is fine. Okay, this Eri, it's time. It's Eri time. Super Rod and Mirage Gate go down the discard pile. They have Groudon. Crazy. They have literally nothing in hand. Nothing that could stop them. Counter Catcher, this guy. And now we draw back up. Ta-da! Proactively milling with Chiyu is a great option here. Nazball. As soon as we get damaged, we can start proactively milling with Chiyu and a Heroescape. It's actually not too bad, I suppose, since they don't have switches in hand. Yeah, I think that's not a bad option. Or a Misfortune Sisters. Yeah. Proactively milling. Or I think Misfortune Sisters is better here. They do have the 4 Seal Stone, so I wonder what they're cooking. I wonder what they're cooking. 21 cards left. Okay, a Colress Experiment. That's an additional mill. Yo, Iron Bundle goes away, Nazball goes away. 16 cards left in the opponent's deck. What are we gonna do? A Misfortune Sister. Okay, there is a Switch card. I'm gonna try and go with that. I think I'll still go for the Chiyu play here. Chiyu with Hero's Cape. Since they have 15 cards left in deck. And we also make sure... Okay, let's go with that. Nazball, Chiyu. Could get another Snorlax off, I suppose, but... This... We penny it up. Chiyu with the Hero's Cape. Could slap down another Snorlax over here. We can use the counter catcher again. Yeah, this is trapped. Maybe they're gonna burn themselves even further. I think it's not bad going for this. And I don't think we need an additional Rotom. I'll get rid of it. Here we go. Proactively milling. 2 cards. Mirage Gate. That's great. 2 Mirage Gates gone. How many switch outs are gone? 3 switch cards, 1 regular switch, and the Prime Catcher as well. We have 290 HP. They could still vacuum us. Vacuum and slap 190. Can they do it? 140. I think they're capped out here at 180. So our Chiyu will survive, and we proactively mill. And now they're using the flower selecting as intended. I wanted to trap them with that. They get rid of Mew EX. They have 10 cards left in their deck. We do have another Penny here. We cannot like Penny and Misfortune Sister, but I think I'll Penny, counter catcher, another Comfey, and then go from there. Alright, more Snorlax. I'm not gonna slap it down. It's not the plan. We penny up the Chiyu. Go with the Snorlax. Defiance Vest for the Snorlax. And counter catcher the Comfey. While we go for... I think I'll just attach a regular energy here. I think I will be able to then retreat it at one point. And now let's go for Insta Charge. 10 cards left in the opponent's deck. It's not too many, and the only way they have like to disrupt is probably going to be Roxanne, but we're not taking any prize cards, so we're good to go. Can't even get flower selecting. They're going down to 7 cards. Imagine Misfortune Sisters and Chiyu milling their entire deck. Is that a Super Rod? 2 Super Rods gone. There is a switch out. Keep it on attacking. We're gonna the 4 pennies are busted in this list. Okay, there's a vacuum. There is a vacuum. Oh dang, here they go. That's why I proactively attached the energy here. So they will be able to attack here. But we will get out of the active position because of that attachment. Okay, the vacuum. Actually, they're not even able to knock us out. Hilarious. Okay, I thought we were history, but nothing more is true. How about Chiyu? This one. Penny. This guy. Hero's Cape. Do we put the Hero's Cape? Can they actually slap more than 190? I'll just put the Bravery Charm here. It's fine as it is. And put back to Snorlax. I don't want to put down Snorlax. They could have boss's orders. So at this point, it's better to just go mill. Another Mirage Gate. Okay. 4 cards left in their deck. What are they gonna do? If we mill again, it's almost a history. They're almost over. We can use the Misfortune Sisters as well. Yeah. 4 cards left. I don't think they're playing Iono. Okay, just a slap. 140. Maybe the Hero's Cape was better in the end. Misfortune Sisters, 1, 2, and that's the game. 2 more cards left. Chiyu, Evaporate! And that's how the Snorlax Block deck gets all its dubs here. You win against almost everything when played correctly. So if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out so much. Go say hi to Azul from me. So big shout out again, winning the Stockholm Regionals. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. You're gonna get daily Pokemon TCG uploads over here. And of course, go check out our sponsors for today's video, DragonShield.com. Use the coupon ZABLOS5 to get 5% off on everything on the website. Go head over to your playmat to create your own unique custom playmat. BotanStore.com. If you want TCG Live code cards, you can get 5% off using the coupon ZABLOSTCG. And of course, if you're a European player, head over to cardmarket.com to, of course, buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. You can use the referral name ZABLOSTCG to help support the channel. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG epicness. Peace.